Hey everyone, welcome back to another round of Canje Plays, and today we're going to continue our Marvel Champions solo series, where we're going to go back and start introducing the X-Men one by one. So the last video you saw, which was a complete cluster of a playthrough, but I still hope you enjoyed it, was Angel and Psylocke. Well, now we're going to bring Angel by himself, and we're going to take on Klaw. So as we move through these series, we'll see what's set up. But for right now, I just want to say thank you to my patrons, subscribers, and if you're neither just coming in, thank you for hanging with me. And if I make any mistakes, they'll be in the Klingon subtitles somewhere around here. But if I miss anything, put it in the I said description, but I mean comment section below. I'm losing my mind. So let's go ahead and introduce our characters, and enough with this foreshadowing. We have Warren Worthington III, 3 recovery, alter ego, has the mutant title, Regrow. Action, heal 1 damage from Warren Worthington III, limit once per round, 6 health, 6 hand size, and 12 health. Let me not shortchange myself. When he flips over, he is the Angel of Life with 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 defense, gains the aerial trait, and is part of X-Force. Angel of Life response, after you play an aerial event, draw 1 card, and then he has a third form that we can flip open, and he is the Archangel, the Angel of Death, with 0 thwart, 2 attack, and 3 defense. He still has aerial and X-Force. He will add a boost, basically, so threat's going to get a little bit tougher once we're in this form. Response, after you play an aerial event, deal damage to an enemy equal to the event's printed cost, limit once per turn. Our enemy that we'll be taking on is Klaw. So Klaw will have 2 scheme, and then it's 0 base attack, but it says forced. When Klaw attacks, give him 1 additional boost card for this activation, which can make it really, really dangerous. He is going to have 12 health that we'll be taking on. Klaw's main scheme will be Underground Disturbance. So Klaw 1 and 2 is what we'll be playing with. We'll have the standard encounter set and the Masters of Evil in this. Setup, search the encounter deck for the Defense Network side scheme and reveal it. Shuffle the encounter deck and advance to 1B. The Defense Network side scheme here says when revealed, place an additional 1 threat here, so this will be 3, and this is a crisis symbol, which means we cannot thwart the main scheme while this is in play, unless we have a card that explicitly lets us do that. We will go ahead and flip this to see the next side when it says, when revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play engaged with the first player. When we hit 6, we throw it out and we move to the next phase, but right now it's going to start with 0. So right now we've got the Defense Network set up. We have the Underground Disturbance, Klaw with 12 health, Warren with 12 health, and as I said, we always shuffle for no shenanigans on this channel, so we'll shuffle, then we need to discard cards from the encounter deck until we find a minion, and that minion is going to jump right into our face. So let's go ahead and discard. So boom, minion. So we've got Tiger Shark. Let's take a look at him. Tiger Shark is a minion. Has 1 scheme, 3 attack, base, 6 health, force response. After Tiger Shark attacks, give him a tough status card. Yikes. So we need to kill him quickly. So Tiger Shark is engaged with us. We've got Warren who's going to draw his hand of 6. So let's go ahead, shuffle up the deck. Like I said, there's no shenanigans. So there we go. We see if I win, I lose. It is on my own idiocy. Either way. So let's go ahead and draw our 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's take a look at these 6 cards and see what they are. Our first card is going to be Soaring Hearts. So if we have Psylocke in play and Angel is there, we can use this card. Search your discard pile for an identity-specific event and add it to your hand. Ready, Angel and Psylocke. We've got Soaring Acrobatics. So play under any player's control, max 1 per player. When Hero Interrupt, when an aerial character you control uses a basic power, exhaust Soaring Acrobatics, that character gets +1 to that power for this use. We've got Taunt. Hero action, the villain attacks you. Other characters cannot defend against this attack, and then you get to draw 3 cards. We've got Worthington Industries. So as an action, exhaust Worthington Industries, shuffle 1 aerial card from your discard pile into your deck. If you are in alter ego form, you get some card draw. We've got Elixir, which is play only if you have the identity of X-Force or X-Men. After Elixir attacks or thwarts, heal 1 damage from another friendly character. And then we've got containment strategy attached to a non-permanent side scheme. Max 1 per side scheme. After a hero defends against an attack, remove 1 threat from attached side scheme. 2 threat instead if that hero took no damage from that attack. We are going to discard these 3 cards and mulligan those to draw 3 more cards, which is going to be Warpath. He gains a toughness token. After Warpath defends against an attack, play an event with a hero action ability from your hand, paying its cost. We have Siren. So after Siren attacks, stun a minion. And then we have Avian Anatomy. After you spend this card to pay for an aerial event, return that event to your hand after resolving its effects. The stage is set for us to take on Klaw, so let's think about what we're going to do. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to flip ourselves to Angel, and then we are going to play Taunt, and the villain attacks you. So we're gonna see how this goes, but we have to pay for Taunt, right? Which is a tactic. We're gonna pay for it using Warpath. So the villain's gonna attack me. It says when Klaw attacks, give him an additional boost. So it's 0 base, 0 still, just 1 damage. So I'm gonna take 1 damage from Klaw's attack, and then I will get to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, and let's see what these 3 cards are. We got Soaring Acrobatics. We've got Adaptive Plumage. So hero action, Thwart. If you're Angel, remove 3 threat from a scheme and confuse an enemy. Hero action, Attack. If you are Archangel, deal 4 damage to an enemy and stun that enemy. And finally, we have Ever Vigilant. So pay only if you have the identity of Ariel. Ready your hero and remove 2 threat from the main scheme. All right, then we're going to spend Avian Anatomy for 1. We're going to spend Siren for 2, and we are going to spend Common Strategy for 3, and we're going to play Adaptive Plumage, which is an aerial event to thwart. Because we're an Angel, we'll thwart 3 from a scheme, which will completely get rid of that scheme completely. And because it is an aerial and we played Avian Anatomy, we get this card back into our hand. And after we play an aerial event card, we get to draw a card. Let's see what our card is. Our card is going to be Metamorphosis. Action, change form. Then if you are Warren, draw a card. Angel, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Archangel, deal 3 damage to an enemy. So we are going to spend Soaring Acrobatics and Ever Vigilant to put down Metamorphosis. We need to put these away. Put down Metamorphosis, which we will change into Archangel, and we will hit you for 3 to that enemy. And put that away, leaving us with 2 cards. And because of the ability here, it says after I play an aerial card, which I did, deal damage to an enemy equal to the event's printed cost. And the printed cost was 2, so that'll take you to 5. And then finally, I will attack and just kill you straight out, so you're dead. Then finally, I will spend Adaptive Plumage to put out Worthington Industries. And this says, exhaust Worthington Industries, shuffle 1 aerial card from your discard pile into your deck. So I'll exhaust, take this plumage back, and shuffle it back into my deck, spending all my cards, which is pretty decent. We'll get a fresh new hand with whatever comes out. And that will end my turn. So I will ready up Archangel, ready up Worthington Industries, and draw 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 as our starting hand. Let's take a look at what we have. Okay, our starting hand is going to be Natural Flight, Aerial Thwart. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. If you're Angel, this thwart ignores the crisis icons and the patrol keyword. We've got the Power of Flight, double the number of resources this card generates while paying for an aerial. We've got Avian Anatomy, which gets us a card back. We've got Ever Vigilant to ready ourselves and remove 2 threat from a scheme. And then we've got Techno-Organic Wings. Hero action, exhaust Techno-Organic Wings. If you're Angel, ready your hero. If you're Archangel, reduce the cost of the next aerial event card you play from your hand this phase by 2. Alright, so on Klaw's turn, he would add 1, but because of this, it's going to go to 2. And then he's going to attack for 1, and he gets an extra 1 for 2, which he's going to attack with. I think I'm going to defend against this for 3. So what do we have? We have 1, and this exhausts each ally you control. I don't have any allies, so it would just been 1. I defend against it, no damage. And that will be his. Then we'll get dealt one of these. And let's take a look at who this is. We have the Immortal Klaw, which is another boost, and it's going to have 3 on it. Klaw gets plus 10 health points. When the scheme is defeated, Klaw loses these hit points. All right, so we have it set up, and we're ready to go to see what we're going to do. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the Power Flight's double to pay for a natural flight card, which will remove 4 threat from a scheme. If I was Angel, I would ignore it, but we don't need to. We'll just remove the 4 threat from this, getting rid of that. And because it is an aerial card and I am in this form, I get to deal 2 damage to you, so taking you down to 10. And this gets discarded. I will then revert to Angel form, which would still be exhausted. I will exhaust Worthington Industries to take the Metamorphosis card and shuffle this back into my deck for my discard pile. And I have to be in alter ego form to draw from there, so that's no good. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I would love to have this out, but I'm going to spend these 2 to put out Ever Vigilant, which will ready my hero and remove 2 threat from the main scheme. So that will get used. And because I played an aerial card, I get to draw a card, which is Aerial Agility. So let's take a look at this card. Aerial Agility says hero interrupt defense. When an enemy attacks, if you are Angel, ignore each boost icon and each boost ability from this attack. Finally, I'm just going to attack Klaw for 1, taking him to 9 health. And that will set that there for us ready to go. That will end my turn. Let's go ahead and ready up everything. I will keep that card in hand, and I'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a look at the 4 cards that we have. And I almost forgot that I did use the Avian, and this was an aerial card, so this would have come back in my hand. So it would be 1 less. So it would be 3. So let's take a look at the 3 cards. Our 3 cards are going to be Render Medical Aid. So in his deck, which we can show right now, so in his, you see here it says add Triage. Triage is not part of his precon deck. It's actually part of the Age of Apocalypse deck, and Triage has nothing to do with Angel at all, because Angel's X-Force and Mutant, and Triage only works on X-Men. So instead of using Triage, I use Render Medical Aid, which is this victory. So it says when defeated, each player heals a total of 5 damage from among characters they control. We've got Aerial Intervention. When a character would take any amount of damage from an attack, exhaust an aerial character you control, prevent up to 3 of that damage. And then we have another Aerial Agility that shuts down the boost icons. All right, so he is going to do just 1 this time, and then he's going to attack, to which I will play an Aerial Agility, spending an Aerial Agility because I'm going to get that back. Spending an Aerial Agility to basically say when an enemy attacks, if you're Angel, ignore each of the attack icons and each boost that happens. So he's going to attack me. It's straight 0. I'm not defending. And neither one of these matter because they're ignored. So we will get rid of those 2 cards since we were Angel. And we don't need to worry about it. So yay. Then we are going to get this card. Let's see what this is. Here we go. The Masters of Evil. This is not going to end. When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until a Master of Evil minion is discarded, and put that minion into play engaged with the first player and its boost. I'm never going to get a free shot at this guy, so I guess we got to deal with it. So we've got the 3 set there, and then we're going to discard until we find a Master of Evil character. I feel like we've killed them all. Nope, that's a mercenary. And that's another mercenary. And lots of Klaw. Maybe we killed them all? Masters of Evil. There's 1. So let's take a look at them. All right, so we've got Whirlwind. When Whirlwind attacks you, also resolve his attack against each other hero. So it's just a regular attack. And he has 6 health and 1 scheme. Okay, big fun. Big fun. All right, so how do we want to handle this? First, we're going to exhaust you to get our area agility shuffled back into our deck. And shuffle that up, since that's an aerial card. Good grief. Then, then we will... Man, I so wanted to play this for some healing, but that's okay. We'll spend these 2 symbols to play Ever Vigilant, which, actually, before we do that, sorry, before we do that, we're going to thwart for 2, taking you down to 1. That'll work. Yeah, sure, why not? And then we'll spend these 2 to play Ever Vigilant to ready our hero and remove 2 threat. Let's just get rid of you because you're an annoyance. And from the main scheme, because we played an aerial card, which we did, we get to draw a card, which is Adaptive Plumage. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. And we haven't shift phase yet. I don't mind if you go to 2 because I can switch to... Not yet. Your defense will be 3 on here. But your attack is 2, which isn't that great. So it's 1 or 2, huh? I'm trying to think of what I want to do next. Let me think about it. We are going to switch to Archangel form. We are going to switch to Archangel form. And then we're going to attack this guy for 2. So there you go. Hang on to that card, and that's going to end our turn. We're going to ready up. And then we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we have the 5th one here, let's take a look at these cards. We've got Soaring Acrobatics. We've got Psylocke. So a hero response. After Psylocke attacks, if you are Angel, heal 1 damage from Psylocke. Archangel, ready your hero. We've got another Adaptive Plumage. And we've got Metamorphosis. So we've got a lot of options. Let's see how it plays out. So first thing, this is gain 1, but because that's there, it's going to gain 2, going to 3 of 6. Then Klaw is going to attack. I'm going to defend for 3. 2. So 2 stars. If this activation deals damage to you, exhaust your hero. Put Weapon Runner into play, engage with you. Awesome. Sauce. Then the minions are going to attack. You're going to hit me for 2. So I'll go down to 9. And then you're going to hit me for 1. So I'll go to 8. Great. Great fun. And that's going to end the enemy's turn. I need to grab one of these. Let's see what it is. Awesome. Villain schemes. So we're going to move ahead with what's coming because he's scheming for 2 plus way more than he needs. So with enough of that gone through, this is going to pass and complete. So we will discard that and we'll look at Secret Rendezvous. The Secret Rendezvous card says discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion in play, engage with the first player, and advance to 2B. And then we have 8 until we lose the game. So there we go. Klaw is meeting with the Crimson Cowl. Klaw and the mysterious figure dart into the shadows when you confront them, and the Klaw's minions move to cover their escape. All right, so we get to discard until we find a... There we go. Engage with me. Surge. After this card's revealed, reveal 1 additional encounter card. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, it says discard and put 1. I don't think that's what happens here. I think this, if we were getting another one, it would happen because this says put that minion into play, engage with you. So that means in play. I do not believe the surge happens, but this is where we are. Okay, this is going to play out however it's going to play out. So we're going to go 1, 2 for Psylocke, 3 for Adaptive Plumage, 2 play Adaptive Plumage, which will deal 4 damage, and I'm Archangel, 4 damage. Let's go ahead and kill you. And then, because of this ability, I get to hit somebody with 3 damage. I would love it to be Klaw. Sure, that'll take him to 6. That'll take him to 6. 1 damage here and here doesn't really bug me. So, yep, let's take him to 6. 6 damage. So we'll hit you for 6. And that'll get rid of that. We'll then do this. Doing that. And shuffling this up. We're then going to switch and transform into... Well, transform into Angel. And I believe... Actually, I want a really big hand for a big play that's coming up. I'm wondering if I should go to Warren. Yeah, I think we are, and we were exhausted from the defense. We're going to go to Warren. We're going to go to our base set, and that's going to end our turn. So we'll ready everything up. We're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards because we're holding on to that one. Let's see what these 5 are. So we've got Aerial Intervention. When a character would take any amount of damage from an attack, exhaust an aerial character you control, prevent 3. Ever Vigilant to remove some threat. Another Metamorphosis to just do a lot of damage. Taunt to get some card draw, and our other Adaptive Plumage. Okay, so we will add 1 to the main scheme, then Klaw will scheme because we're in angel form. So that's 2, 3 going in there, taking this to 4. And then 5 and 6, taking it to 6, so we're 2 away from losing. This is probably going to be a scheme that's going to cost us the game because that's my luck so far, so let's check it out. When revealed, each Master of Evil minion attacks the hero it is engaged with. If no attacks were made this way, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Master of Evil minion and put it into play engaged with you, then shuffle the encounter deck. Alright, well, we're taking a look. We don't have any, so it's only 4 cards left before utter destruction. So we'll take that and we'll look through here and determine which one we're going to take. We are going to have Whirlwind come out, and Whirlwind's going to be engaged with us because that's just how life goes. And then it's going to be our turn. Okay, first things first, let's exhaust this card to get Adaptive Plumage back into our deck. Shuffle it up. And because we are Warren, we get to draw a card, which is a Taunt. So that builds that out. We are then going to flip to Angel, and we are going to play the Taunt card, paying for it with the other Taunt card. So the villain's going to attack us, so he's attacking me for, he gets to pull 2 cards. So he's attacking me for 5, damn. He's going to hit me for 5 damage, taking me down to 3. Awesome sauce. I'm probably going to die, but I get to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. So let's take a look at our 3 cards. Our 3 cards are Containment Strategy. We have Razor Dive, so deals 6 damage to an enemy. If you're Archangel, it gains Pierce and Killing. And we got Angel's Airy. After you defend against an attack, place 1 fatigue here. That helps us, or counter here, and that helps us heal when we need to. That was not expected at all. That was not expected. I don't know if we're going to live through this, but we're going to still do our best. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. No, we're not, because we would have played an Aerial Intervention to say when a character would take any, exhaust them so that they can block 3. So instead, we get 3 back, so we'll go back to 6. Thank goodness, and it would have only been 2 damage. And it's an aerial card, which lets me draw a card, which is another aerial card. There we go. That's how we stop the death. But we've got some card play that we can do. Let's think about what we want to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play Ever Vigilant, paying for it with Angel's Airy and Containment Strategy. And that's going to ready our hero and remove 2 threat from here, taking this down to 4. Put these together, and we discard that. Then we're going to do 1, 2, 3 to play Razor Dive, which will deal 6 damage to an enemy, which I believe what we're going to do is we're going to hit you, Klaw, knocking you down to 0 for that 6, which will make you flip. All right, when that flips, it says search the encounter deck and discard pile for the Immortal Klaw and reveal it, and shuffle the encounter deck. When Klaw attacks, give him 1 additional boost card for this activation. So Razor Dive took him down. We are going to search because we know we ran into the Immortal Klaw very early on. That boosts his health by 10 and makes this go to 3. We are then going to thwart for 2 because we're going to be taking on a lot of what's coming. And I think that's going to be it. We're going to have to try to survive 1 more round. Okay, so we're going to ready everything up. And we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, and let's see what these 4 are. Our 4 cards are going to be a Cannonball. When Cannonball would take any amount of consequential damage, reduce the amount by X, where X is the number of aerial cards in your hand. We have Natural Flight, Thwart, remove 4 threat from a scheme. If you're Angel, this threat ignores the crisis effect. We have another adaptive plumage, and the Power of Flight. Okay, this will gain 1 plus of this 2 going to 4. Then Klaw will attack for 1 plus the 2 boost cards that are about to hit me. I believe I'm going to have to defend against that. So let's see. So 2. And I block both, so no damage. Because that ran out, we are going to add a boost increase. We're going to shuffle this up pretty decently here. All right, well, whatever happens there is going to happen. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, taking me down to 2 health. Oh boy, that's a tough one. Then we're going to draw, and this is probably going to be the Shadows of the Past. Nope, it's even better. If you, so give this to Warren. When revealed, if you're in an Archangel form, place 2 threat on the main scheme. Otherwise, change to Archangel form, and as an alter ego, deal the first player 1 encounter card and then discard this card. Might as well have been Shadows of the Past, but we have to change to Archangel form, and that's where we are. Okay, so these are the decisions we have to make. Okay, so we are going to use Power of Flight to do Hero Action Thwart, because it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 just coming in. Let's go ahead and remove this, which will get rid of that. And that'll take care of that card. And because it was an aerial that costs 2, we're just going to kill you. We are then going to exhaust this to put our Razor Dive back into our deck. You're then going to attack for 2, killing this guy. And honestly, I think that's all I can do. I don't think there's anything else I can do, because I would love to play this to stun this guy, and then I can aerial intervention on you, or play this to stun you, hit you for 4 and then stun you, and then play aerial intervention on you. But I'm not going to have that luxury, so let's go ahead and ready up and see if we lose. So 1, 2 cards. Let's see what our 2 cards are going to be. Our 2 cards are going to be both Razor Dives, which would have been great to play next. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, taking us to 7. So we're 1 away from losing this game. And once we get 1 more, we'll lose. Klaw is going to attack me for 1. Honestly, I don't know what to do, because he will kill me for sure. But I think I'm just going to trust in the Force and believe that it's just going to be 1. Because if I block it... oh, wait a minute. I'm going to defend for 3. So he's hit me for 1. I'm going to defend for 3. If this activation deals damage, exhaust your hero. So, whoo, sweet. Blocked it all. Then Whirlwind would attack, and I would aerial intervention, which will stop that damage, and I get to live 1 more day. So there we go. I got to live 1 more day. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, so I think the next thing we have to do is spend 3 to play Razor Dive to kill you. And I did not pull this card when I was supposed to, so let's see what this card is. I was supposed to pull one of these. I missed it. So it says, Klaw attacks you. If the hero if this attack deals damage, place 1. So we lost with that card. Yep, so if we rolled this back and I didn't get to play any, I blocked his attack, which would have left me with these cards. Then when I played this, Klaw would attack me again for 1, 2, 3, and give the villain a toughness token, and that's me. Down to 0. I lived as long as I could, but I forgot to pull. That would have done it. He would have killed me next turn anyway. or we would have threaded out. So there was nothing we could do about it. This is a tough fight with him. He's solo. He's not that great, but well, with his pre-con deck. But I believe that any constructed decks would do it. Plus, there was the enemy barrage. I kept getting draw Master of Evil. Okay, I took him down. Or draw another Master of Evil, which they kept coming out and getting in my way, which was very difficult. So it was what it was, but at least you got to see the playthrough of it. Let me know what you thought. Yes, I did fix that at the end, so thank you so much for joining me. I love you. There's absolutely nothing you could do about it.